Hey there, Coach Chloe here, and I'm back for week 2 of our cardio workouts. First, let's complete our checklist. Do you have everything you need in preparation for this workout? Have you completed your warm-up? Remember, you can use other movements we discussed in Unit 1 as well. You are also free to research your own warm-up if you want to mix it up. If you haven't completed your warm-up yet, pause here and do so now. Great, let's get moving. For today's workout, you are going to see some new movements, but we are also going to review a familiar movement from last week. The first new movement we will perform today is called high knees. In fact, you may have done these before. Think of running in place, but each time you take a step, I want you to pick your knees up to your belly button. Let's complete 10 high knees, bringing those knees up to your belly button each time. Ready? Go. Nice work. Moving right along, let's talk about a broad jump. This is different from a typical jump. If I were to tell you to jump right now, which direction would you go? Probably up. But with our broad jump, you are jumping out versus up. Start standing up with both feet shoulder width apart. You use your arms for momentum on this jump, so start with your arms in the air above your head. Begin by swinging your arms behind you. Remember, this is your momentum, so you want a big swing. As you swing your arms, bend your knees and send your hips back, as if there were a wall behind you and you were trying to touch the wall with your bottom. As your arms swing forward, you are exploding off of both of your feet at the same time, jumping out in front of you. You should land on both feet at the same time, shoulder width apart. As you land, make sure you are landing on your feet and not falling to your bottom. If you fall to the ground, that means you are jumping a little too far in front of you, and you might need to shorten your distance on that jump. Once you land, you are going to pedal backwards, or jog backwards, to the place that you started from. So that should be only about 3 to 5 steps back. Now, let's see you try. Perform 3 broad jumps with a pedal back, trying to land steady on both feet. Go. Our last movement that you will have for today is one that should look familiar from last week, the up-down. To quickly review this movement, you are starting in the standing position and either jumping or stepping your feet back to a plank. Then, from your plank, either jump or step both feet back up to standing. For today's workout, we are adding one small thing to this movement. When you stand back up from your plank, you are going to add a quarter turn to the end of this movement. Let's perform 2 up-downs with that quarter turn. Once you turn, you will be facing a different direction for your second up-down. That's okay. That means you are doing the movement correctly. Today's workout will look very similar to last week's. You have a 3-minute AMRAP. Remember, as many rounds as possible, of 16 high knees, 3 broad jumps with a back pedal, and then 5 up-downs into a quarter turn. Remember, this is an AMRAP, so you are going to complete as many rounds as possible in 3 minutes. Once the time is up, take a rest, then repeat the workout again for a second 3-minute AMRAP. Remember everything you've learned in the previous lessons, and it's okay to grab a quick sip of water when you need to. The goal of these workouts is to get our hearts beating faster, making you a cardio champ. One last thing before we get started. Remember, all of this hard work is strengthening our hearts, lowering our risk of health issues in our future. All right, are you ready? On my countdown, 3, 2, 1, go. Nice job. Grab a quick sip of water and take a few moments to rest before you repeat. You can always rewind the video and follow along for that second 3-minute AMRAP if you need to. All right, it's time for my second part of this workout. Remember to refer to your PDF for the rest of your workouts for this week. At any heart rate, I'll see you next week.
Hey, hey.